And I want to ask you one more question. Of the peace activists that you have been able to work with, who is your absolute favorite? The leader of peace that you admire the most?
The leader of peace who I admire most is this man. This is Galeh HaShalom. Galeh HaShalom means waves of peace, and it is in the memory of Yitzhak Rabin, who was killed by a man, a terrible man, who hated peace. If Yitzhak Rabin had been alive today, we would have had peace between Israel and Palestinians. We were so sorry when he was killed, because the dream of peace was killed. I remember when Rabin was alive, Arab villages, Palestinian villages used to invite us, poets of Iflak and writers, into their villages, into their homes, and we saw Israeli flags in all the homes and pictures of Rabin everywhere, because he gave them hope. He gave them honor. He gave them back the hope that they can have a Palestine of their own. And so when he was killed, the dream was killed too. There are some quotations from other great peace leaders who Rabin loved very much, and we're going to read some of them. Laura, would you like to read a few?
There was one by Albert Einstein that I wanted to read.
Yeah, it was... Okay. You read the one you like.
Okay. So the one that I really liked was, "War is a terrible thing and must be abolished at all cost." Albert Einstein, 1922. And really enjoyed this one as well, by John F. Kennedy. "The great enemy of the truth is very often not the lie, deliberate, contrived, and dishonest, but the myth, persistent, persuasive, and unrealistic." That's
beautiful. The ones I especially like is the one by General Omar Bradley. He says, "Ours is a world of nuclear giants and ethical infants. We know more about war than we do about peace. We know more about killing than we do about living."
Wow.
It is not the magnitude of the problem that is the great obstacle. It is our colossal indifference to it. And he is so right. If all the people of the world should join Iflak and do what we do, write peace and spread a peace culture all over the world and all over the Middle East, we will not have wars anymore. We should not be indifferent to war and to inhumanity and to stabbing and to bombs and to killing, like what happened in Paris 2 weeks ago, where 87 youngsters listening to a concert were stabbed and shot brutally by Daesh. So this we have to abolish by making them ashamed of what they're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, by making them throw down their bombs and their belts of bombing and take up the dove of peace, like in Iflak. The other one, which I really like, is by General Douglas MacArthur, and Rabin liked it very, very much. He said, "Could I have but a line, a century hence, crediting a contribution to the advance of peace, I would gladly yield every honor which has been accorded me in war."
Wow.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
That is beautiful.
Yeah, I really love it.
So, according to him, you have many, many awards because you've done just that, what he wanted to do. So that's absolutely, that's great.
Thank you. Thank you. So, just a final word, a question to you.
Okay.
You are from Colombia,
Mm-hmm.
and you are an IFLAC assistant, and we
Yes.
love having you. And you've been here with us, working with us 1 month and a half. Okay?
Yes, 1 month and a half now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Oh my god, it's crazy.
You've done so much,
Oh.
and we're so thankful to you. Today
you.
is Thanksgiving Day, and I'd like to give you thanks for
Oh,
everything you did,
thank you,
and
Thank you
everything
so
you're doing,
much.
and everything we still will do together.
There you go.
When we did, this is lovely, when we did this ceremony to the 20 years of the death of Rabin, Laura, with her friends from the university, came and danced in the dance of Paz, the dance of peace, in
Dance of
memory
peace.
of Rabin. And
Yeah,
it was
really
beautiful.
nice. Cumbia.
It was beautiful.
Colombian cumbia.
Colombian
It was
cumbia.
really nice. And
It was lovely.
as Thanksgiving, I want to thank you for every opportunity, for allowing me to talk to you and to learn from you and to communicate everything. It's been really great, and I'm excited for what is. It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
Not over
we still
yet.
have some more, so that's really good. That's really good. So I'm so thankful for everything that I'm learning, and I look forward to learning even more.
Thank you.
Even more, yes.
Yeah,
Thank
it's so
you.
lovely having you. And I just want to say I extend my hand to my Palestinian brothers and sisters and to all the Palestinian youngsters. Please think peace, do peace, not war. And I hope the message will be heard by everybody on both sides of the frontier and by all over the Middle East and
Yes.
all over the world. We are really a global village today. Let's be friends, sister and brothers in our global village.
And I want to add something to that too. I think that like what everything that you're saying, it's very right, and I think sometimes it could be the easier thing to do in advocating for whatever cause you have, because people usually have causes for what they do, and that's valid, but violence it's not the way. So whatever you feel, peace is an instrument. And I'm talking about Colombia.
Yes.
In Colombia, there was a group that they were an armed group, and they were taking away from a lot of their rights, so they turned to violence. And when they turned to violence, they were not very successful. They were successful to a degree, and they got attention, but at the end of the day, they invaded the palace in Colombia. The group is M19, and a lot of people died. And not 5 years later, just 5 years later after that, they decided that they were going to change their strategy for achieving what they wanted to do, for having their rights. They decided to use peace. So they switched from using very bad violence, oh God, to deciding to choose peace. And they were able to become a legitimate political party. So I think to anyone listening, if violence is just not the way, and if you truly want to change the world, in today's world, where we care so much about people's values and people's rights, violence is not the way. Peace is the way.
Would this be your advice to Palestinians and Israelis?
Yes, to both sides, please. I think if you decide today to do something to make a difference, you need to do this through peace. And through peace, you can accomplish something. If we look at great people, like if you look at Martin Luther King and the work that he did peaceful protest, and it was more of ideas. If you have something and you believe something, you need to do it through peace. And if you do that, that gives you a moral ground in which you can stand. And that will take you far. Violence might take you to the extreme and not give you a moral standing. In today's world, be smart and be peaceful. Yes.
So shalom,
Shalom.
salam,
Salam
and
alaikum.
have a
Assalami.
wonderful Thanksgiving Day.
Ciao.
And we give thanks to everybody who works for peace.
Absolutely. Peace is the way. Thank you.